Yeah, hello guys, Mozgu, the Death Knight here. I play the Death Knight since Wrath of the Lich King. I usually play as a DPS, both Frost and Unholy. Sometimes I even play as a tank. I just wanted to share with you a quick video about the weapon. As you can see, I was lucky enough to get the Gavel, the First Arbiter, from the Vault, week 3 I believe. As you can see, this is a heroic version, so I was quite lucky. I usually play the PvE content, so not much PvP from my end. I want to show you how the weapon works, so let's just jump into it. So, as you can see, we are in Akerus. I have a very first week aura that tells me that the weapon is ready, because you want to track it as often as possible. Forgive me for my English, I'm not English native speaking person, so I hope you will understand everything I want to say. So yeah, you have to use the weapon like you use your trinket. You have to or right click or put it in the macro. The slot for the main weapon is 16, so if you use a macro for trinket you use use 13. In this case you would like to use /16. As you can see, I have a macro on one of the specs that use both weapon and the trinket, this one on the same time, probably for Unholy, I guess. And you have to target a specific mob or the boss for weapon to work. It removes, as you can see, it removes your target's soul to receive a final judgment, so you have to pick the target first. If you don't have any target and you press the button, nothing happens. My trinket procced because that's the macro I told you about, but the weapon doesn't work, so you have to pick a target. Once you pick a target and you click the weapon, it spawns the soul fragment, as you can see. I don't know how long the soul lives, it has 30 HP, but you have to kill it, and then you have the buff. As you can see, my tracker is here, your buffs are here, and I've named this one the single target because it's doing a single target damage and also provides you with the absorb. Each hit gives you 6k. Each hit with which procs the weapon, the damage, gives you a 6k absorb, which is a lot. Buff to damage itself is dealing 8000 frost damage. Don't look at the numbers here because we are in Akerus and the numbers scale up way above what should be, but the numbers you have here. The buff lasts for a minute. Each one of the buffs you get will last for a minute. I saw the post on Wowhead where someone said it lasts 30 seconds. Maybe it's a different time for the buff duration. That depends on the item level or the difficulty level you drop your weapon. The heroic one gives you the buffs for 60 seconds, as you can see. So we won't be waiting 2 minutes for another buff. That was one of the 5 buffs you can get. I will show you quickly the names of the buffs. Yeah, so this is all the buffs. The Looming Winter, Harvested Hope, Boon of the End, Boon of Assured Victory, and a Boon of Divine Command. Each one acts differently, I will show in a minute. And each one also gives you a defensive, maybe not everyone, but a few of them also give you a defensive buffs. Divine Command gives you a lot of armor. I mean, right now I have 1680 armor. This one gives me like 4 1,500 additional armor, so this is quite a lot. Looming Winter one gives you an absorb I told you about, so this is 6k absorb, and I believe those two are the one with the defensive components to it. So here we go, weapon is ready again. I'm not sure if you have guys noticed, but I'm also running the 4-piece bonus. As a Unholy Death Knight, you want to use the Soul Reaper as often as possible, and this weapon gives you a really easy way to proc a Soul Reaper on the beginning of the fight if you are pulling the boss, and obviously it's high health. So as you can see, I'm using the weapon, and straight away I use Soul Reaper. I have a mouse over macro to kill it and to proc my weapon, my for set piece bonus. Yeah, and we are not lucky this time. We have the same buff we had before, so I'll just skip to another one. Yeah, so while I was waiting for the debuff to come off, I watched what I just recorded, and of course we can just check how the weapon works. It appears each difficulty, each item level works the same. We have 60 seconds both on LFR and on Mythic version, obviously on Heroic as well, so I guess it's just flat 60 seconds for each level of the weapon. So let's give it a try once again, let's see what buff we will get. Yeah, we have the Divine Command, the Kyrian. This one is awesome for AoE, for Mythic Plus. As you can see, the explosions, it cleaves for all targets around you, and it deals a lot of damage to AoE. And as you can see, the armor, the one I told you before. My armor right now is 3000 and it's growing with each hit. Here's the tooltip information for the weapon. And let's see how much armor we can stack with my attack speed. My attack speed right now is 3.1. Sylvanas Trinket is not stacked up yet. Yeah, 4758 armor. On top of my 1680. So as you can see, the armor stack is huge. And the debuff is gone. The buff. Yep, so let's jump for let's wait for another one. Okay, take 3. Let's see what we'll get with this time. Yeah, we have the first dot one, Assured Victory. This is the hardest hitting one from all the buffs. There's 3 stacks this dot can do. It deals the most single target damage from all of them. It doesn't have the defensive component to it, but the damage it does is just disgusting. Each time I attack the dummy for 1 minute to show you how the buff works exactly, and I will show you in a minute. We will compare how much weapon is doing the damage compared to auto attacks. And that's it. So as you can see, %85% of the damage during 1 minute combat. Obviously, if you will have 10-minute combats, your auto attack will be higher, but you will also get 2 more chance to proc the weapon and maybe get another buffs or the same one. But this is 85 to 15. This one was AoE, the same ratio, almost the same ratio on 3 targets. So you can see how strong the single target dot one is. And the first one, I believe, was here. Yeah, the Looming Winter one. This is more defensive one, the tanks will love it. Yeah, take number 4. Yeah, we have a second dot here. This is the Venthir one. Oh, the dot is here, as you can see. It has a chance to proc the dot on your target, as you can see here, and it's leeching HP from your target, so it also has a defensive component to it. But it's not that huge because you always wanna be topped off, but it may save your life once in a while. So the buff itself is here. It's a physical damage, the bleed. I wonder if the different one, the previous one, the Rotting DK one. Aha, it's nature, okay. I thought it's Shadow that's scaling with the mastery of Death Knight, but it's not, so never mind. Yeah, we are done. And it's dealing quite a lot of damage, not as much as the Rotting one, but still a lot. Take number 5. Yeah, we are lucky. So this is a cone one. It doesn't have the defensive component to it, but as you can see, the animation, maybe you can see this time, yeah, it attacks the cone in front of you, and both targets are getting hit here. It's also doing a lot of damage, like the Kyrian one, but you have to keep in mind your positioning. It's good to have information what kind of damage you're dealing to position yourself. And it's the Boon of the end, so it's the Jailer one, I believe, the Arbiter one. Yeah, and we are done. So as you can see, it also deals a lot of damage. Not as much as the Kyrian one, I believe. It's easier to hit everything with Kyrian one, but still. Yeah, so that will be all. Let me know if you enjoyed the content of the video. I hope it wasn't so obvious, but it's first time I'm recording any video and putting it on YouTube, so I hope I wasn't that nervous. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, like, subscribe, and if you would like me to share any other content, just let me know. See ya, guys.